In today's video, we will be talking about conscious manifestation. And by the end of this video, you will truly understand what it means to flow with the universe. What's up everyone? My name is Morsi, and if you're new to this channel is all about creating your own reality through conscious manifestation. And in today's video, I'd like to split it up into two parts. Understanding how to manifest from a place of completeness, and understanding how to accept the present moment. Because when you put those two together, you are consciously manifesting. Now, when we think about manifestation, it is the act of creating your own reality. We have the ability to manifest through our thoughts, through our feelings, visualization, setting intention. There's many techniques for us to use what is within in order to materialize what we want to experience and see in our physical reality. You don't have to be consciously going through any sort of awakening to manifest. Anyone can manifest. But the question is, where are you manifesting from? You see, there's two dimensions of who we are. We are infinite spiritual, we are infinite eternal beings. And we are living this temporary human experience. We are consciousness disguised in human form. So that human part of us, the form, the part of us that is form, we could also think of it as the ego. And with the ego, nothing is ever enough. The ego always wants more and more and more. The ego looks to be special. The ego looks to stand out. The ego is trying to separate itself. And so the ego feels as though it is incomplete. And so many times we look to manifest from a place of being incomplete, so that we believe in our mind that when we manifest, we will be complete, right? It's this means to an end mentality. This idea that if I get this, then I'll be happy, then I'll be whole, then I'll be complete. When I have this relationship, I will be complete. When I have all this money, I will be complete. And so what happens with that, it's never enough, because we're finding that this moment, this present moment, is inferior to this mental concept that we have of another future event. That's not even real. That's an illusion. We're saying that something made up in our mind that doesn't even exist is much better than this moment right now. Much better than this moment that we can actually experience and see, where life actually exists. So, because when it comes to manifestation, we can continue to create. There's no stopping. We can build and build and build. There's infinite amount of ideas that can flow through us, and we can create and create and create. Now, add that on top of creating through ego, creating through form, through just the mental idea of form of not enough, not enough, not enough. What we're doing is we're trying to find a sense of completeness through these manifestation, these ideas in our mind, and ultimately nothing's ever enough. And so even when you get to that moment where you get what you want, the joy only lasts for so long, because it's this habit that you've created. It's this mental concept that's been ingrained in your subconscious. You've always told yourself for your entire life that this moment right here is not enough. So even when you get that relationship, it's not going to be enough. Something else is going to pop up. Even when you get that money that you've always wanted, that house, that car, whatever it is that you get, you haven't been in the mental mindset of understanding the deeper I. You've always just been, I'm trying to complete myself through this external world. And this is something that I have recognized in my own life, and that's why I thought it was so important to share too in this video. Because when we talk about the deeper I is that formless sense of who we are, the eternal sense of who we are. That deeper I is already complete. It knows it's complete. So what it is manifesting, and when we manifest from that place, we manifest from a sense of already knowing that what it is that we'd like to manifest is ours. Already knowing and being aware and secure in the fact that we're gonna get what it is that we are intending to manifest. So just be here in this moment. Accept this present moment. Understand that in the present moment is the entry point to the deeper I. In the present moment is where you receive signs, answers, inspiration. Everything you need is in this moment. In this moment, you transcend time. In this moment, you transcend space. And so when it comes to going with the flow of the universe, it's understanding and it's the practice of accepting each present moment as it is. Because oftentimes we come challenged and faced with these moments that we want to resist because it doesn't match up with our journey, right? In our mind, we visualize a smooth journey, and then something comes, right? Some sort of setback, some sort of challenge. It comes and we're like, this doesn't fit the script in my mind. It's not meant to be here. Resist, resist, resist. And all resistance does is create more pressure, more suffering, more pain. It intensifies the story that we create for ourselves. So it's important to understand that in practice, being able to accept the moment as it is, and what I've practiced and what I've learned is a technique from Eckhart Tolle, is allowing these feelings and emotions that we have when we experience these things in our external world, allowing the feeling and emotion to have space. Because when we're not accepting the present moment, we're not allowing these feelings to have space. Give it space, meaning just feel it. Give it space within you, because you are space. The truth of who you are is it's this alert spaciousness. It's this consciousness, right? And even it's difficult to give the truth of who you are a name because it takes away from the truth of who you are. It's a sense of that you have to feel it. So like down below, if you have felt that sense of who you are during deep meditation, maybe during your day-to-day life, you could have been exercising, doing the dishes, driving. Like down below, if you ever felt that sense of conscious alertness, you being the witness to your life, because when you are the witness, you drop the story you tell yourself. You stop identifying with mental concepts and external objects in the outside world. When I speak of mental concepts, is anything after I am, right? So I am a woman. I am a YouTuber. Whenever you're identifying with those things, they're just temporary. We try to find this idea of identifying with mental concepts that are temporary, and we're looking for a sense of permanence within that. And that's what creates a lot of inner conflict within, because all those things are temporary. They're not the truth of who we are. But when you connect with that deeper I, when you connect with that formless sense of who you are, that is when you are manifesting from a place of wholeness, of completeness. And that is when you are enjoying this moment. That is when you are not looking for the future for a sense of joy and peace, but understanding that it's here. So in each and every moment, you're feeling the sense of completeness. You're going with the flow, even during those experiences you consider maybe your worst nightmares. This year, I have experienced that. I have experienced going through things that I've always wanted to avoid. But what came from that was understanding that that was my greatest life lesson. That when that moment came, I could only choose presence. That was the only option I was left with, because I found that I had no control anymore. I was trying to control everything that was happening to me. And I realized that the moment I chose presence, I understood that it was the entry point to my peace. No matter what was happening in my outside world, because remember, your external world, anything that you can see and touch and name and all these things in our world, they're temporary and they're not truly who we are. So if you allow yourself to be still in that moment and choose to feel for that space within you, then you are connecting with that sense of wholeness and completeness, and you're understanding that you are not your life circumstances, that you are much greater than your life circumstances. And then you can manifest from a point of already knowing that what it is already yours. And that is how you consciously manifest. That is how you accept the present moment. That's how you manifest from a place of completeness. You know, when it comes to these moments where we are trying to control everything, when we notice that everything in our life is just changing, it's out of our control in a way that makes us feel insecure, that makes us feel worried because we have no idea what's happening. And it's okay, that's a part of the human experience. It's not up to us to worry about the how. Don't worry, the universe has got that. The universe has got the how. It's up to us how do we respond to it. I like to look at our life experiences as a Rubik's Cube, right? You know, the goal, the end point of the Rubik's Cube is to have matching colors on all sides of the cube. But as you're trying to form the matching sides, all of the sides don't look like they go together. And even when you watch someone, you're kind of like, how are you going to make this happen? Like, how are you going to get all these colors on the same side? Because right now, it sure does not look like it. And then all of a sudden, you see how the sides come together. That's how I like to visualize things when I feel like everything around me makes no sense. When the script in which I wanted my journey to go, my process to go, in which I expected it to go, when it just is unexpected. That's what I visualize in my mind, and I realize and I say, you know what? This is something that I cannot control. But I do know that the universe will allow all the colors on each side to match together. I do know that my intentions will become my reality. So it's up to me on how I want to look at that, how I want to experience that and perceive that. And that is by looking within. That's by allowing space for me to feel my feelings, my emotions and my feelings, give them space, feel it, allow it to be, and connect with that deeper I so I can feel that sense of completeness. And then I'm not looking for anything outside of me to feel whole, because I understand it's within. I understand that my peace and my joy, it's already within me. It's just a part of the human condition to be seduced and fascinated and identified with external objects and mental concepts, because that's what we see. That's when we were born. That's what we've been conditioned to use in order to identify ourselves with. But that's okay, because through the awakening process, you understand, you have a shift in consciousness, meaning you understand that you're much more than what you see. You begin to connect with that deeper I. So it's okay, you know, when you do that. The importance here is your awareness, your expanded awareness. And so when it comes to conscious manifestation, understand that in order to manifest in a more powerful way, connect with the deeper I. Connect with that formless being within you. Connect with that point at which you are already complete, and then manifest and create from there. And you'll see that every moment and every day you'll feel that sense of peace within you. And that's how we want to live life. That's actually what we're looking for, but we mistake ourselves and look for it outside of who we are. So it's all a part of the human experience, and it's all good. That's why we don't take life so seriously. We're here, we make mistakes, and we learn from those mistakes, and that is the beauty of life. So, my name is Morsi, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out these two videos right here, because they will also help you in creating your own reality through conscious manifestation. Until next time, peace.